everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of GreatMindz. It's good to have you join us today. My name remains Doyin, and today Robert is not here with me, but I've got a special friend with me in the house. Hello.
Alright, my name is Okwong Fadamana, and welcoming you to GreatMindz, that program that keeps you inspired and motivated. We're hoping that today you're going to learn so much about what you need to do and how to get them done.
That's right, you just said right. Father Mana is right here with me, and I'm sure you guys are going to have a swell time with both of us right in the studio. So this program is a very special one. You're going to learn something really special, and you're going to get inspired, just like GreatMindz always gets you inspired. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back. Like I said earlier, you're going to get really inspired today, and myself and Father Mana would not be doing that all alone in the studio. We've got a very special guest in our midst. I want to introduce her to you. You will all get to know her right now. You're welcome, ma.
Thank you very much.
Yes, ma. Viewers at home would like to know you, ma.
I'm Temitokbe Alunge.
All right, ma. And what are you into, ma?
I'm into so many things.
Okay.
I was a broadcaster, still a broadcaster. I also run my own business, an NGO, where it's a vocational training center, Abishai Vocational Training Center. We train people to work with their hands. That's just what Abishai means. It means the wealth of God. So I believe very much that our hands are the wealth of God. That's what I do.
Wow, thank you so much, ma. Today is a very special program. We want youth to be inspired because our program is focused on the youth. Now, we are looking for ways that youth could be empowered in Nigeria. You understand the fact that the entrepreneurial side. A lot of people have been told to learn how to train with their hands, to get things done, to make money, to start their own businesses. But at the same time, we know that not everyone can be entrepreneurs, not everyone can be owners of businesses. So how can they be gainfully employed to get these so-called white-collar jobs that doesn't seem to be available, readily available for them? How exactly can they make themselves marketable, and what advice can you give the government to create jobs for them?
First of all, I believe that today's youth are, sorry to say this, a bit lazy.
Okay.
Everybody is sitting down waiting for this so-called white-collar job. And it's not everybody that will have white-collar job. There's a Yoruba saying that says Ishe Omashije Owu Omashila. Ishe is work that you do in the office. You're only paid stipend to feed yourself, and if you have something left over, maybe to buy some clothing. But that's all that the office job will do for you, the collar job will do for you. But Owo means business. You can do it and you can expand. You can actually start employing other people when you start this kind of job. That's what will really give you the wealth that you're looking for. But if you're looking for wealth and then you're staying white-collar job, you can never get it. So I believe very much that the youth should come out and start something on their own. People say there are no jobs. There are no jobs. There's so many jobs in this country that you have not even touched. You know, you find out that these days some people are going back to the farm because farming actually brings in money. You might say, how much money do you want to get from farm? But it's something that yields interest. Before you know what is happening, you have money in your hand like that. But if you are looking for money that you will just have in a day and will fill your whole house, then maybe you're not even called to be in this country. Because you have to learn. There's no country where you don't actually build on what you have. You cannot have it in a day. You have to learn, you have to build on. When I hear of so many ideas, you know, somebody says, oh, I'm starting a plantation, a plantain plantation. It might take a while before the plantain comes on. But you start reaping. By the time you start reaping, you'll be surprised what you get. You start a small poultry, you start fish farming, you start, you know, there's so many. Somebody said, I don't have any job in my hand. And I said, okay, do you know something? There are so many people looking for Gary. And they're thinking of, you know, the Gary I buy in the market is so dirty, it's so this and that. So go on. Go to the place where they produce the Gary. They have them. We have them all around. Go there, get the gari there, you can tell which one you want. You want gari egba, you see there. Why don't you get the gari, start packaging it? And when you package it, you sell out. If you buy a gari for 2,000 naira and then you package it into, Congo, and a Congo, maybe you might decide that you're going to sell it for 500 naira, for 200 naira, you decide on your price. But the thing is that you get more than what you have bought from it. And by the time people know you for that, you will even start exporting. Okay. Yes, gari, just gari. There's so many things you can do in this country, unlike so many other countries where you cannot just start a business. In Nigeria, you can start any business. So far, it is a lucrative business, a good business. Once you start, you can go ahead with it.
Okay, ma. Thank you so much, ma. Back to starting, for every idea that anyone conceives and for every skill that you have, there's something that you need, and that is money. And back to empowerment, the youths, most of the youths, I beg to believe, have a whole lot of ideas. There are things they can use their hands to do. There's some of them that have gone through trainings, maybe in photography, cinematography, and all of that. But how to get the equipment and get themselves established has been the issue. So we're asking now, what do you think the government can do to assist these ones that have ideas and have already been trained on how to exercise what they've learned and don't have money? What do you think government can do for them?
Okay. First of all, I will say that talking about empowerment, you don't wait until you have millions before you can start a business. Okay. You can start with little that you have. And as far as I'm concerned, the government can actually give loan. And I say loan. Because what we don't want in this country, what we want in this country is free money. No. The government can help to get loan. And then when you start with the loan, you'll be able to pay back as time goes by. So if you take a loan, you work hard. Yeah. If somebody gives you free money, you probably you use it the same way it came.
Well, ma, still on that loan thought, for someone like me, maybe pardon my ignorance, but I believe taking a loan comes with a lot of things, like collateral and all of that, because that's the first thing a youth would think of, that what do I give in when I'm taking a loan?
It depends. It depends on the loan. A colleague of mine went for a meeting, a farm meeting, some weeks back, and said they are ready to give 50,000 naira to start. Some people will say 50,000, what would that do for me? But 50,000 will start something for you. So if government is giving you 50,000 naira, they're not going to ask for a loan. I mean, they're not going to ask for collateral for that. Because it's 50,000, they'll just monitor how you use it. And if you use it well, then you get something from it. If you're farming with 50,000, before you know what is happening, you'll be able to get something good from that 50,000, and before Jack Robinson, you will have a whole farm to yourself.
Okay, all right, man. There's something that I've really noticed all over the world, in fact, as a matter of fact, is education we preach is very important. But one thing I've discovered is many people that are into some fields, they're actually not investing on what they learned at school. So do we say education is a waste of time? What exactly is education going to help in this situation of being empowered? If at the end of your 4 years on campus, 5 years, even more, you still don't do what you learned in school. So then, is education really important?
Yes, education is important because you must have a basic education in life. If not, you'll be a novice in so many things. You must have that basic education. And I found out that it's not compulsory that what you learn in school is what you take out to do in life. That does not mean that you should go on and just say, I'm going to study history because I just want to study something. Okay. You understand? You can take on a course and then you find out later in life that you're interested in something more than that. Okay, like I know of somebody who read medicine in school, and then she's all over the place now. She's a beautician. She's doing makeup artist, and she's making good money. And she has a studio set up and all that.
And is she still a doctor?
She studied medicine.
She's not practicing it. Thank you very much, ma. So before we continue, let's hear from the streets. We'll be right back after this.
I think the only way out of it is for us to be self-reliant, create a kind of employment by ourselves. We could learn little things that people are not paying attention. Some could learn barbing, some could learn how to sew, some could learn how to do painting, and all sort of creative kind of thing.
Any reasonable person, even before leaving school, should have started thinking about what to do before he or she finishes from school. Engaging in entrepreneurial activities and probably, linking up with some firms that you can still work with while you're a student.
An average Nigerian youth is entrepreneur. We are inborn with skills. We just need some right atmosphere to ginger and bring out our skills in us.
All right, you welcome back to GreatMindz. I'm sure you learned a lot from the street. I equally learned too. And back to our guest in the studio, Ma. About enabling environment, you see a whole lot of youths out there still have what they want to do. You imagine a boy who is graduating out of secondary school and he's telling the dad, I want to go and learn fishery in school. The father is saying, young boy, you cannot learn fishery.
Exactly.
My uncle did not learn fishery. I did not learn fishery. Nobody in our lineage knows anything about fishery. Why do you want to learn fishery? We are barristers, we are medical doctors. Come on, go in and study medicine. But this boy has passion for fishery. What do you have to say about this concerning parents wanting their children to do what they want and not what the children actually want?
I think a lot of parents are actually learning that it's not what you want. You can advise your children about what they want to do and take it from there. Because we've had so many children in the past that have actually finished their course and brought their certificate and said, Daddy, I'm a doctor now. I'm a lawyer now. This is the certificate.
This is for him.
And now, this is what I want. At that point, you cannot control the child again because the child is of age. So instead of waiting till then, he or she has wasted enough years. You just sit down and look at the courses with the child and see how can you go on with this one. What will you achieve with this? And then you'll be able to achieve it.
Okay.
Ma, there's this question that actually been eating me up. One thing I know is when it comes to entrepreneurial, like there was a time it just came in as a trend. Everyone go and learn a business, go and learn how to do this, go and learn how to do that. And even though I didn't start early at that time, but I felt everyone had learned everything. Like to me, it has become really overly competitive. Now we have every girl my age is practically a tailor, or she's a fashion designer, or they've learned makeup. Now everyone is doing makeup. Walk 2 steps, there's a makeup artist. You understand? Like even many makeup artists will be fighting to do your makeup for a party or something. So I want you to just help us shed more light on areas that people are not looking into. A lot of people today just say, what else? If I learn tailoring, I learn makeup, I learn jewelry. Even guys are learning makeup. Or maybe for guys, if I learn this one, you understand? If I learn photography or something. But I'm sure there are hidden areas, like you just said, farming. So I'm sure there are hidden areas that people are not getting to know about. And aside that, even in that same competitive field, how can you stand out? I know there's this usual mentality of when you're successful than the other person, they say you used other means. But I'm sure there are special ways that you can stand out and you can make your own business. I think you have to have good business acumen and all of that. So please help us advise our youth, ma'am.
I think you can start a business and start well. When you start a business, you start well. You do what you're supposed to do right. For instance, if you say that all you want to do is to make fish, not just that means that you're making a fish meal. You can just have fish and chicken. That's all. Or fish and chips, chicken and chips. You have it like that. You make sure yours is the best. You make sure you have varieties. These days I found out that they have smoked fish. I want to have smoked fish too. But I want to have smoked fish with a different. Smoked fish with garlic, garnished. Smoked with whatever spices. Different spices. So when they know, they say, oh, this is definitely Miss Alonge's fish. It's different. So make something different. It's not supposed to be, it's not because it's expensive, but it's different. It's unique. When you have anything unique like that, before you know what's happening, everybody wants yours. Everybody said, I crave after that. People sew dresses from this country and take it abroad to sell.
Yes.
And they sell.
That's true.
So because it's good, it's well, it's neat, it's beautiful. Okay. But some people are not ready. I used to have a tailor. You make clothes with a tailor, and then by the time you turn the clothes inside out, it's not neat. It's so horrible. After I said, I can't wear it. But if I go to a tailor now, I have a good tailor, she sews well, the inside is neat. That's different.
Thank you so very much, Mai. It's great having you in the studio.
Welcome.
Okay, this is not the end of GreatMindz episode for today. We still have Jamila waiting for us for the Youth Know-how segment. We'll be right back.
Hello, welcome to Youth Know-how on GreatMindz today. And today we have another inspirational guest for you. He's a brand manager. Brand management involves a lot of things, like I gathered: web content management, web design, graphic design, printing, all in all in Emmanuel Odumusi.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Odumusi, welcome to GreatMindz.
Thank you very much.
So when we say brand management, how did you start?
Okay.
What does it entail?
Brand management is a concept of design. We believe that every business that wants to stand out should have things that will make them unique among their competitors. Now, brand management involves bringing out the elements that will make you unique as a company. Every company has competitions. The competition has a tendency of pulling them behind the scene. So if you want to sell, if you want to make money, if you want to earn more revenue as a company, you have to make sure your brand stands out among others.
Okay, so if I can get a brand, when people consult you to like brand their business, they just sit down and give you an idea, and then you bring it out as a brand.
Exactly.
Okay.
If you come and tell me, okay, I want to do catering, I could tell, okay, there are so many caterers. Where is your focus? Now, if this is your focus, you want to go into traditional. Okay, you want to do amala, or you want to have eba and all that. From there, I'll tell you, okay, this is a traditional form of business. So therefore, your colors, your logo, your business card, the atmosphere of your place where you run the business has to show tradition.
Okay.
You understand? And that's what I do. So if anybody that comes are like, yes, this place is an amala spot, not
Okay.
just an anyhow
Like
place.
maybe a booker.
Exactly.
Like that. Okay. You know, as a youth, this is a form of like a kind of business, and if some another youths out there want to go into this kind of business, the first thing you start thinking, will this make me enough revenue to make me self-sufficient? So how lucrative is brand
very,
management?
very. Because you determine your price.
Okay.
Yeah, you determine your price. Unlike working 247, you meet a client and you could tell them, okay, this work I'm doing it for 1 million naira. Website. So it depends on the client, it depends on your packaging, it depends on your personal branding to meet the kind of client that will pay you the amount you want.
Okay, so it just depends on how you make the standard you create for your business.
Exactly.
Depends on the amount you make from it.
Exactly.
But you're making sufficient from
Yeah,
this.
it's making
Okay.
sense.
Okay.
It has not been that easy. It's more than a 5 years journey right now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's more than a 5 years journey. When I started, I didn't have the money, and I
Okay.
didn't have the support from anywhere.
Wow.
I really wanted to do it. I knew what I can do, but the financial constraint was there. The first tangible money I earned in my life was doing NYSC, when I earned maybe 10,500. I don't know how much they paid then before
Wow.
they increased it to 19,000. I didn't even have that much money. During school, when I was in University of Ibadan, I had to do photocopy and typing for friends to survive.
Wow.
Then.
Wow.
But when I finished, the little money I gathered, I kept it, I used it to survive. And then I believe in opportunities and maximizing it. I heard my neighbor just speaking to a friend that my brother is a printer. And I just approached them, please, I want to learn printing. I've always been in this line, but I don't understand the way it works.
To expand it
Yeah,
industrially.
exactly. I've asked people and they're telling me I have to pay 50,000 naira, 70,000 naira, and I didn't have the money.
Wow.
So I just asked and I told him, I don't have money, sir, can you teach me? And I did what I could do, and so far, God has been there for me.
Wow, I really love the part of the way you started. It's really, it wasn't a smooth start at all. But please, can you, to my viewers out there, they'll be like inspired. You
Yeah.
started from like from almost absolutely nothing, and then you grew this. What would be your advice to youth out there that are watching us?
It's a diligent man that will stand before great men. Okay. Yes. And then if you have the brain, you can always get the money. Okay. That's the fact. Okay. If you have the brain and you're diligent, you live for God, you live for others, you live for yourself, you surely make it. Okay. I'm sure of that.
Okay. Thank you very much, Emmanuel Udosi, for coming on Youth Know How on GreatMindz. I'm inspired with your story, and I hope my viewers out there are inspired too. Join us next week for another exciting episode of Youth Know How on GreatMindz. Back to Doyin and Father Mana for the rest of the show.
Welcome back. I'm sure you did enjoy that segment, You Know How with Jamilat. We'll be moving straight now into the entertainment segment where Oyin is waiting for us.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Entertainment Gist. Oh my god, today's gists are hot. You all are going to have so much fun with me today. And at the tail end of the segment, we'll be introducing something entirely new and different. They are funny pictures. But first off, let's go to the gist. Oluwatobiloba Anidugbe, aka Kiss Daniel, was involved in an auto crash late Monday evening. The Laye crooner, who shot to stardom early 2015, shared his ordeal on Instagram with a post detailing the cause of the accident as negligence on his part. He regretted being on the phone while simultaneously driving and advised his fans to desist from such acts. Ace producer and entertainer Denrele Edun, who is known for his controversial and racy dressing, has cried foul to rumors making the rounds about his sexuality. Unapologetic female dancehall singer Cynthia Morgan has finally opened up about her beef with OBO Davido. She revealed that the drawn-out spat between them was as a result of Davido calling her names first. She says Davido insulted her on Snapchat by calling her a cow, and so she retaliated, and it went on from there. And straight to funny pictures. Enjoy. Anyway, we've come to the end of the segment today, but I'll be leaving you with Pato Rankings Makeup. Enjoy and bye.
Nobody will no fit to make a move. Nobody will no fit to make a move. Nobody will no fit to make a move, brother. Blessing follow, follow. Alubarika follow. Plenty money follow. Fine lady follow. Nobody will no fit to make a move. Nobody will no fit to make a move. Nobody will no fit to make a move, sister. Hey. Remember people will help you. Cause if you fall, now them will still rise you. So get money begin gapa. And the chidi where they waka. That to they carry big kaka. Then no fi buy their mama rapper. Forget say you get now. Oh, get belay now. Not so money they change. 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 Nobody will no fit to make a move. Nobody will no fit to make a.
Thank you so much for that, Oyi. I'm sure you guys had an awesome time with the entertainment gist, did you?
Of course I did. Of course I did.
Are you sure?
Very.
Yeah. So what do you think of our interview today?
Oh, it was very splendid. I'm sure a whole lot of persons have learnt so much.
Yeah, exactly. Because
I learnt equally.
I did, because we've always thought of, yes, go into business, but how exactly do you want to achieve it? And even if you want to get a white collar job, how exactly do you want to function in that field, and how the government can.
And the most exciting part was when she said there is no age to start as soon as possible. So I'm hoping when I have a son, when he's 3 months, I'll begin to teach him how to play the guitar because I'm a guitarist myself.
Okay. I have nothing to say about that, and that brings us to the end of our episode for today. Thank you so much for staying with us, and know that you can catch up with us on our social media handles that are scrolling right across your screen. You can watch YouTube videos, like our videos, send your comments, and we'll always be there to listen to whatever you have to say. Thank you so much. See you guys next week. Bye.
Use your camera. Okay.
And you're going to introduce yourself. Sorry,
Yes.
I mentioned your name. Alright. Change, then come back.
Okay.
Catch up on us. Catch up with.
Catch us with us. Catch up with us.
Catch up with. Okay. I know you can.